Welcome back to the Asylum.
I'm Kane.
I'm Jasean.
And we
are
are
the
the
Arkham
Arkham
inmates.
inmates. And welcome back to another
the time
Fancast
roll.
Friday. Yes, it is another beautiful Friday, and we are fancasting once again. And this is the new series of Fancast Reborn. So we have already gone through all the
the
Fancast ones that we have done.
Fancast Reborn? When'd you come up with that?
It's been that way
No.
for the last 2 months.
No way.
Yes,
You
every
just-
single Fancast Friday has been
you
called
put it-
Fancast Friday Reborn.
You didn't tell me that.
Fancast FFR, which is Fancast Friday Reborn. So,
You didn't tell me
because
you
we're
were doing that.
because we're doing all that, man. I'm not dealing with this.
But
So
you didn't tell me
we
that.
already no. So
You may have
We've
uploaded
already
it and titled the videos, but you didn't tell me you were calling it that.
we've already been through all the Fancast Fridays of last year. We've done over 50 characters, and now we are going back to do our sequels. So you've already seen the Batman sequel, the Spider-Man sequel, and the X-Men sequel. So we're going back to the characters that we really love writing about, so that we can give you the best stories possible. If you haven't seen those, go watch those, and if you haven't seen any of the original ones from last year, go watch all of those. So we are going to be fancasting for Daredevil. Yes, Daredevil is a awesome
Is this
character.
gonna be Daredevil Reborn
No,
for the fucking
it's
Reborn
called
Fancast Friday?
Fancast Friday Reborn. Then there'll be a dash, and it'll say episode 4
Reborn.
or episode 6,
Episode 6
and
is
it'll say
Reborn.
Daredevil. That's what it would be, because it's Reborn, because it's the new one. I don't want it Fancast Fridays to get mixed up with the other one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just
So
just tell me how you want to run your channel, bro. Just tell me what you want to do.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I'll do it.
So we're gonna get right
No, there's
into
no
it.
we.
If you already don't know how
Say
this
what you wanna
goes,
do.
I go first, Deshaun goes second, and we
You're
just
always
move
first.
right
It's your
on to
channel.
it. So let's get right into
It's-
Daredevil.
Yeah.
All right, so for my movie title for Daredevil, it is called Daredevil: A Broken Dilemma.
All right, go first.
Here is my. I always go first.
I just
Don't
want to
act
hear. Yeah, go first. Go ahead. I want to
Yeah.
hear you out.
I always go first.
Daredevil Dilemma?
Yes,
Yeah, we
a
got a
broken
dilemma.
dilemma.
Oh, a broken dilemma.
So my movie is called
Broken heart.
Daredevil: A Broken Dilemma. Here is my movie. Matthew is out one night chasing a crook over rooftops when suddenly a loud echoing shockwave disrupts his ears, causing massive pain in his head, which causes him to misstep and fall from the roof of a small building. He hits the ground hard and hears his ribs and lower back break. He blacks out from the pain but then wakes up in a hospital. He goes to touch his face and feel that his mask is gone. A doctor walks in and tells him that his mask and equipment have been taken into custody by police. Confused, he asks how he got there, and the doctor says he was found by the door of the hospital with security cameras showing that he was pushed out of a white van onto the curb. Police were in shortly after, but he was unconscious, so unfortunately, due to the court order, they were allowed to take his mask and take his things. You're gonna be okay, Mr. Murdoch, but it's gonna take some time to heal and some physical rehab to get mobility back into your legs. I would make a few phone calls as the doctor passes him a phone and leaves the room. What can Matt do with everybody knowing his true identity and not being able to go back out as Daredevil? And who or what created this sound? All of this feels like a setup.
Our stories are always. There's a bit. Of
There's
similar-
no way.
I'm telling you.
There's no way, because I'm like, this is like super
There's
original.
a
What the
bit of
fuck?
a similarity.
Dude. Okay. So the main villain is going to be Purple Man.
Uh-huh.
The cameos are going to be Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. I just got to have them. They're great. But mainly for
have
the
to have
story,
them.
I do. But mainly with the story, I want to do like the idea of like kind of like No Way Home, where it's like everybody knows that Daredevil is Matt Murdock and vice versa. Everyone knows who he is, his villains, everybody. But it's also like this obviously is a big setup plan from Purple Man, who's going to be the leader, who's getting these people to create a machine. The machine
I
created.
can't listen.
You're staring directly at me. So
What the fuck?
you don't do that. You know what you're doing. So basically, I want like a machine to be created that like fucks with his sonic hearing, and then that's what makes him misstep. And it was all placed timely. So even the crook that he's chasing, that shit is like it's all set up, and it's basically to get him to stop being Daredevil. So the Purple Man is going to be the main person of that.
Why does he have to
So-
be purple?
That's the Purple Man.
Why can't he be black?
You know exactly who the Purple Man is. The cast
Joseph?
is going to be
'Cause he's so
Daredevil.
fucking black, he looks purple.
Nope, it's gonna be Daredevil. Purple Man's actually a white guy.
I know.
Daredevil.
Purple Man
I
is.
know. Daredevil is gonna be Jake Gyllenhaal, who I've had before. I'm just keeping it the same guy as the castings. Purple Man is gonna be Jason Isaacs. I think he'd play it really, really good. He plays villains really good. Bullseye is gonna be Frank Grillo from my last one. I just think he plays a perfect Bullseye. The crook, which is going to be the setup crook for the guy that's working underneath Purple Man, it's going to be Alex Wolff. I just really like his acting, and he was really good in Hereditary. I think he'd be really good at just playing like a
He's
cool
good
little
in
crook.
Oppenheimer too.
And then the doctor, you're going to like this, is Ken Jeong. I think he'd be just that funny because he always plays like super crazy animated characters, but to have him actually be who he is, which he is an actual doctor, it would be cool for him to come in and be like, oh yeah, like have a little conversation and leave, and everyone's like, was that Ken Jeong? Like it'd
What's
be
you
more of a
talking
cameo.
about, Willis?
Yeah, and then the Punisher, obviously, because what I'd want is that since Matt can't leave the hospital, he's gonna have Frank go and do recon for him and have Punisher help him out, figure out who this was. So that's gonna be Ben Affleck, who I've kept from my other Fancast Fridays. But that is it for a broken dilemma. So I wanted to have a cool aspect of like Daredevil being like there but not there, like he's out, he needs to be mentally his mind, he can't use his body anymore. So I wanted to see what would be a great like dilemma for him to be. He's completely bedridden, but he still has like his lawyer skills, his mind skills, how to get these people in court, how to do this, and he needs Frank to be the muscle. So I thought that'd be cool. But let's see what Jasean has in store. All right, we're gonna get into Jasean's Daredevil fan casting.
Mine is called Daredevil, Cell Block D. Matt Murdock is at his absolute lowest point. His secret identity is exposed, the city doubts him, and the system he believed in turned against him. And now he is locked inside of Rikers Island with the very criminals he put in there. But the prison isn't just steel bars and concrete, it's a battlefield. Every inmate knows who he is, old enemies want revenge, the FBI wants him silenced, and outside of the walls, Wilson Fisk is quietly pulling strings. Now Matt must survive without the mask, just tight corridors and heartbeats in the dark. To stay alive, he does the unthinkable. He takes control. He becomes the most dangerous man in the building, but not by strength alone. By strategy, fear, and will. How will Matt overcome this nightmare? So this was off of a comic that I really liked. I saw it once on a PFP on TikTok, and it was like him, and he was like posted up, and he had like, he took like one of the fucking inmate clothes or whatever, like the orange, and he put it on like as a mask, and he was like fighting all these fucking inmates, and I was like, what the fuck is that from? But
yeah, that sounds sick. I love like kind of like the Alcatraz feel to it. I really like the idea of like with mine, like I'm a big fan, even though I know it's cool to have secret identities, I'm a big fan of like everyone knowing who you are. Like the jig is up, buddy, and then you're in being jail. Stuck in prison.
All the people you put in there, and then Fisk is outside, like Well,
on top of that is like it's still a prison, so you have to play by the rules while also not playing by the rules. So like to see like kind of like a Punisher type Daredevil where he's like, I'm gonna have to really fucking hurt these people. Yeah, like that'd be sick. Kind of reminds me, you know what? Rorschach. Yep. He's like, you all have this confused.
You're locked in here with me.
You're locked in here with me.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh man, and that whole scene is just like when you have like someone, or like Hancock, you know, like when you have heroes in prison and they're just walking in, or even Punisher. I think it's one of the greatest things of like, let's put our character in prison, like. And all the inmates are like, oh, we got fresh. Oh, we're gonna get you. You put us all here, and it's always like, yeah, he's gonna fuck you guys up. So that's pretty good. But let's get right into the cameos. Or did you?
So cameos? for my cameo, I did obviously Charlie Cox. But I want him as a guard in the prison. Okay. So I want him as like a good guard. That,
one of the good guys. It's like Matt. Come on.
I want the So that's my cameo. For the cast, Matt is obviously Rob Pattinson, used him before. Kingpin is Will Sassano. He's from Young Sheldon. Have you seen that show?
Is he the dad? Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Tombstone, obviously the guy Marvin Jones, Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Hammerhead. I want Hammerhead in too, just so as like a little underling.
Yeah, just all crime bosses.
Vince Vaughn. I would really like him as Hammerhead.
I mean, I don't agree with the height because Hammerhead is short,
but the
face,
like,
the head, and him being like the accent
I think
too.
He could do
a mouthy fuck. Yeah.
For Foggy, Sean Astin from Lord of the Rings, Goonies.
Encino Man. Damn, what do I know him from? He's Frodo's friend, right? Yeah. Okay.
And then Encino Man. You've seen Encino Man.
That's the caveman thing with Brendan Fraser, right?
Yeah, he's the main kid that finds him.
Yeah, but I think of him from something else. I know him from something extremely famous that's not. Oh, I know him from I forgot what it's called, but it's with Matthew Lillard and him, and he's talking about he wants the good girls. He doesn't want to chase anybody, and Matthew's
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've seen that one. That's him. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so this is just gonna be like a tight-knit, stuck in prison. Yeah, okay, I like that. But is it gonna beat mine? All right, so you've heard both of our stories. You've heard mine, Daredevil, a broken dilemma.
Mine, Daredevil, Cell Block D.
Now, which one are you going to go see? Would you rather go to Cell Block D and go to prison and you have to go and fight your way out of Alcatraz type style hardcore movie? Or would you rather break all of your bones in the hospital and have someone else do your dirty work for you? I really like his idea, but I also like mine. I think both of us are the juxtaposition of the, like taking your secret identity out of it. You really have everyone against you and you gotta fight who you gotta fight. And mine is just more gritty. All the fighting is gonna come from Punisher, but yours is definitely that prison knockout. But it's up to you guys, not up to us, so let us know which one you would rather watch. But that is gonna be it for this Fancast Friday, and we'll see you a couple weeks from now for the next one. And we thank you for being part of the Asylum and being one of the Arkham inmates. Peace.